today. My name is Carrie. So what brings you into the emergency department today?
I've been really depressed and sad lately, and I just feel like there's no way out.
Okay.
Nothing makes me happy anymore.
Okay. We'll definitely talk about that. I'd like to start by asking you a few questions. Something I've been asking all my patients because I know it's a big issue. Um, so we're going to talk about violence a little bit. So these questions can have a bit more of a personal nature to them. So you can feel free to ask me questions and just answer the questions if you feel comfortable. Okay? All right. So can we begin?
Sure.
And also, just to let you know, this is a safe space, and anything that we talk about is just going to stay between us. It's all confidential, unless it's involving a child, and then I have to report that. But everything you say stays between us. Okay. So, in general, how would you describe your relationship right now? Say there's a lot of tension, some tension, no tension at all.
Yeah, definitely some tension.
Some tension?
Yeah, we just like get into fights a lot, and
Okay.
I don't know. I feel like I do like a lot of crying. It sounds dumb.
Okay. And you're married, correct?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. How long have you been married?
About 2 years.
Okay. How long has there been some tension?
Probably like since we were dating.
Okay.
He's always been like, I don't know. I guess you could say he wants what's best for me. So like, I stopped talking to a lot of my old friends. They're really dumb. And I don't know.
Did he want you to do that?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So when arguments come up, so when you guys are working them out, can you do that with, is it not difficult, or is there sometimes difficulty? Is it very difficult to work out arguments?
Yeah, it's kind of difficult. He's a lot smarter than me. I'm usually the one in the wrong. He's really smart, and he usually knows like what's best. And so we work it out. I usually just, he makes me see his point of view.
Okay. Sounds like some difficulty then. So when you guys argue, does that result in you feeling kind of bad about yourself or down? Does
Yeah.
that happen often?
Yeah,
Sometimes.
I guess now that you say that, and I think about it, yeah.
Feel kind of down about yourself?
Mm-hmm.
Is that
He's like
every
not
time?
one of those husbands that's like super upbeat and like lovey-dovey. Yes.
Okay. So, do these arguments ever result in hitting or kicking or punching?
Like a little bit, but we both just get really heated in the moment, I guess. And I don't know. We just, yeah, sometimes.
Sometimes.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Do you ever feel frightened by what your partner is saying or doing?
I guess I haven't really thought about that, but yeah, there's been a couple times where definitely like, I know he owns a gun, and that's kind of scary because, I mean, it's never come to that point, but.
Do you feel nervous about it even when you're not in an argument?
I guess sometimes like when I'm out at the mall and he texts me like 30 times, like, where are you? Who are you with? That's like really annoying. And I thought about just
like not responding, or
yeah.
what have you thought about?
I guess I've thought about like trying to move back in with my mom
Okay.
and like, I don't know, my sister, but at the same time, like, I know you're not supposed to leave your husband, like as a wife, like I'm supposed to do what he says and like be there for him and support him.
Well, we can talk about some things that you can do for yourself, some necessary things, while still feeling like you're fulfilling that role, but also protecting yourself and taking care of yourself. So from what it sounds like, sometimes your partner has abused you physically. Would you say that? By hitting or kicking or grabbing?
Yeah, I guess you could say that. He like has a tendency to get really like forceful and like he'll like grab me like right by the wrists just because he's just trying to get his point across.
Okay. Well, that's a lot to deal with. And how about emotionally?
Yeah, there's definitely days where I'm like sad.
Hmm. So, I guess an example would be, does he try to get you to do things, or do you do things out of feeling guilty or nervous about his reactions?
Yeah, I guess like now that you say that, I do like so much for him. Like I'm always the one doing the dishes and the laundry, and I'm always doing everything while he like sits there on the couch and drinks. He kind of drinks a lot. I know that's like an issue, but he's working on it.
Do things get worse between you two when he drinks?
Yeah. Well, I mean, like I said, he drinks a lot, but when he gets like drunk, I would say that definitely kind of makes him more aggressive.
Okay, so let's talk a little bit about a safety plan for a minute here. So have you ever thought about things that you can do if things get unmanageable at home and you need to leave? Like places you can go, people you can contact.
Well, like I said, I considered like trying to move back in with my mom, and there's been days where like he really goes on a bender, and I've like stayed with my mom before, but
Okay.
I don't know. That would, I think, in his mind, be like me leaving him, and I think that's just like I don't even want to cross into that territory. That's like scary to me.
Well, I'm going to give you this paper, and it has a couple of phone numbers. So, a shelter and a crisis line that you can call. So, you can go to the shelter physically as a safe place, and a crisis line, a domestic violence hotline, and then a rape and abuse hotline. Okay? And then it has a checklist too of things where if you feel like you need to get out to go to a shelter, it's important things you need to bring with you. So, things that you can grab quickly, like your driver's license, if you have a birth certificate or a passport, social security number. So just a very few items that would be key for you leaving, okay?
Okay.
Okay. And then do you mind if we visit again sometime in the future to talk about this?
Sure. Yeah.
Okay. Okay, well thank you for being willing to talk to me, and let me know, and just here's my number and you can call me if you need me.
Okay. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.